Yeah, I was on a call out east of Moore, basically directly east of where the tornado path went, and was listening to the radio. And so when I knew it had kind of passed, I started trying to head back in. Started hitting destruction right about I-35, and so finally figured out a way to get around through and back into Celestial Acres. And I had walked a little ways and then figured out a way I could get my truck in, so I went back and grabbed my truck and then drove in, and you know, there's just nothing left. It's gone. You know, there were dead animals and animals that were suffering, and so immediately tried to euthanize the ones we could. There was nothing you could do. There was, I probably did 7 or 8, and then we'd run out of euthanasia solution, and a small animal practitioner happened to walk by and she had some more bottles, so we split them up and I went ahead and put probably 4 or 5 more to sleep. Nothing that could be done. You know, you deal with injured horses all the time, but not on this number and magnitude. I mean, trailer injuries or trailer accidents or anything that are usually similar. 1 or 2 maybe, and that when you get bombarded with these and multiple times injuries, yeah, it's overwhelming. So, you know, a lot of these people have lost everything, and I know there's lots of pictures that you see of the devastation, but it's until you drive through it and see, and then also maybe knowing. I mean, most of these people were clients of mine, are clients of mine. You know, it went pretty much to the heart of my practice. It's probably 20–25% of my practice has been displaced at this point in time, and so these, you know, they're you know, they're more than clients. There, a lot of them are friends, and you know, show horses and have horses. So you know, we have a lot in common. So, and it's not only just the destruction and the horse injuries and things you deal with. It's also dealing with stuff that these people are your friends. You see a lot of puncture wounds, cuts, abrasions. Some of these wounds you don't even see for 2 or 3 days. It takes a while for them to even show up. Or you see a wound there and don't think it's very bad, and 2 or 3 days later it's turned into a lot more serious and a lot more damage than you realized. Leg injuries, cuts on the legs, opened up tendon sheaths. I mean, a variety of anything. And unfortunately, a lot of these wounds you don't suture because they're so dirty and so traumatic that stitches won't hold, and so you have to treat them as an open wound and clean them and medicate them. I mean, I had one that come in that had a nail stuck through its skin. We had one mare that come in that had a board stuck in her neck about 6–7 inches. And there'll be a lot of these horses that have wounds that in some point in time you'll find a foreign body that finally was in there, it caused it, but it may take months for that to finally resolve and be able to know that that was there. Unfortunately, it's still undetermined whether they will be able to overcome some of them, but I mean, these have a shot. At least they have a chance. I'm afraid more that probably as many died and were killed as probably that are survived and that were injured. The need for feed and hay and those type materials has been well filled, and now it's trying to get it to where people need to be and where people that need it. You know, the biggest thing for a lot of these people are is the economics, the dollar loss of, you know, vet bills, and where they're going to find new tack and those type things. So, you know, if you have a nonprofit that you know of, that you trust, that could put money donated to, you know, either maybe like the AAEP has a foundation, the OVMA, rebuying trucks and trailers and things like that may not be insured. A lot of, you know, everyone may not have insurance and not have anything to fall back on. And how long will that take? These people that were impacted to this, you know, their life will never be the same. I mean, they're still dealing with the cleanup and the loss and that. So, and for these people that have lost that and are dealing with all this, you know, the next couple, 3 weeks is in the reality of what happened really becomes evident, and the shock of what happened is gone, and now it's the reality of this is your life, and how do you rebuild it?